To Me Too movement brings out the issue of sexual harassment, among many others. Analyze the lacunae in India's sexual harassment laws and what needs to be done. 250 Words Me Too campaign is a social media campaign in which women are coming out with their stories of harassment they faced at workplace. To curb the sexual harassment, government has come out with Sexual Harassment at Workplace Act 2013. The act defines sexual harassment as any unwelcome sexual gesture or behavior, which is made either directly or indirectly in the workplace. A major provision of the act are all workplaces should have internal redressal mechanism to register complaints and thus constitute a ICC if has more than 10 employees and Rs 50,000 fines or non-compliance. The complaint committee will have power of civil court. The act mandate that repeated violation of the act will cause cancellation of registration. The act include domestic worker and construction workers, exclude armed forces women. Problems with the present legal process. The act doesn't make it harassment explicitly criminal wrong unless criminal complaint is registered, and also the penalties are not severe, which can deter the perpetrators. The law also has time period of 3 months after which the complaint can be filed. The act fails to put responsibility on the employer to provide conducive environment for protection of women. The provision to file complaints within the workplace in ICC discourage the complaint and may force to withdraw the complaint to save the reputation of the company. The question can be raised about neutrality of such investigation. Thus, there is need to make amendments under the present law as recommended by Justice Verma Committee. The panel proposed state-level employment tribunal to deal with complaints rather than internal complaint counsel. The tribunal should be made independent to choose its own procedure code rather than civil procedure. This need to make employer liable if not disclosed policy on sexual offense or if environment conducive for sexual harassment is not given. There is need to done away with the time limit of filing the complaint. Seeing the past instances coming out in the Me Too campaign, therefore reform should be made in present system, keeping in mind that providing safe environment is essential to increase women participation in workforce and women empowerment, which will lead to economic